Bro, how are you, man?
I'm fine, man. How you doing today?
I'm great, man. How is London right now?
London is chilled. The weather is nice. Yeah, we're enjoying summer so far. So far, so good, I can say.
It's so cold in Nairobi, man. It's so cold in Nairobi right now.
I heard it's cold, man. You wearing a hoodie, I'm wearing a t-shirt in London. What are the odds?
So cold.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
man, long time, and you finally came back, with the mega EP, Fire in the Garden.
Yes,
Hmm?
yes, I.
And one more thing, before we talk about the EP, I just remember something. You
Yeah.
found IC OmoAllen. Hmm?
Yes, correct.
What,
You got that very correct.
what does that IC stand for? IC.
IC is my initial. It's my name. It's my surname.
All
And
right.
also my first name, which is Chima. So my surname is Irozuru, and my name is Chima. So Irozuru Chima.
Uh, okay.
Yeah.
So like you stuck to your initial your government names, let's say.
Yes, my government names. Yes, I like that. Yes,
Okay.
I did.
So let's talk about your EP, Fire in the Garden. First of all, what inspired you to drop an EP, in the midst of a pandemic and all that?
Yeah, well, first, I first started with the album as my debut. Then I realized that I was ushering my sound was going through a different trajectory,
Mm.
and I needed to, instead of bombarding my fans or whoever supports my music or following me with a full album again, it would be nice to usher them with an EP, an extended play, so they can catch a vibe of how the sound has moved into. So the pandemic itself was an inspiration for me, because I really had time now to sit down, right, work with Rafi, and really reflect on how I was feeling at that moment in time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when I started Fire in the Garden.
Okay. So your album, and you said you didn't want to bombard, your fans with an album. Your album
Yeah,
Star in the Garden, right?
Star in the Garden.
Yeah. So from your album Star in the Garden, then out the EP Fire in the Garden. Why are you so
Yeah,
much into
yeah.
Why are you so much into gardens, bro?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Well, there's a mantra behind that. There's
Uh,
actually a mantra behind that. You see, the word before the garden for me is elemental.
mm,
So star in the garden was me ushering and saying, hey, I'm a star. I've realized I'm a star.
all right.
And the garden is this world, is this earth. I see this earth as a garden. And I'm a Christian too as well. So this is God's garden to me,
All right.
coming from my own perspective. So the star was in the garden, and now he has emerged to become the fire in the garden. So there was a burning spirit inside me that needed to be heard. So I just embodied that element, the fire. And you would say you can now understand that the garden itself to me is this world. Basically, it's a representation of this world or my world or any other person's world.
So,
Yeah.
so what kind of sounds are you experimenting on your EP? Fire in the Garden, from the
Yeah.
first song Champion to the last song called Bicycle.
Yes, it's a mix and blend of Afrobeats and reggae music.
And some
A
dancehall.
mix and blend of that and dancehall. Yeah, it's just beats and pieces. If you're making a stew or you're making food, just basic ingredients. You understand? So I just felt like this one ushering into this sound is more of a little bit of dancehall and reggae, and obviously the bass, which is Afrobeats.
Yeah, and are you how should I frame this? Like, what exactly did you want, or do you want your fans to get from this project?
I want them to get positivity. I want them to be to click and listen to Fire in the Garden and have this burning spirit of excitement and burning spirit of, what, everything will be okay. I can do what I want to do. Like if you check, for instance, Champion, I put that first because I wanted everybody to know that, when I listen to this song, I can go about my day and actually achieve more than I even expected. It comes from inside. So that positivity, that's the fire that's in. That's what I wanted them to pick from the EP.
Nice, man. let's talk about the
Yeah.
features, the features on your EP.
Right.
What informed you to work with the said artists, the likes of Scales on the project?
Yeah, like likes of Skills. I've always wanted to work with Skills for a long time. But he's been hard to reach. And knowing that I've been in and out of Lagos, in and out the country, I've always tried to. Then I got this publicist that said I could work with Skills. Skills is one person that, if you notice his style of music, he's always relevant.
Yeah, true.
So for relevant purposes, I had to work with Skills. And at that point in time, he was going through some personal challenges as well as myself. That's why we did that song called Myself. So Skills was a perfect pick for collaboration. I think that was the biggest collaboration on that EP so far.
Yeah, true.
Then Buckweiler. Buckweiler is a low-key dancehall artist. People know him as a great songwriter. He has worked with the likes of Two-Face and whatnot. But Buckweiler was a great one, great fix. And Rainy Millie here in the UK is a tech entrepreneur and a rapper too. Yeah, so I chose that for strategic purposes.
Great. So now you're basically between Lagos and London right now. And
yes.
Why London? Why not just stay at home?
I like that question.
Why not just stay at home and do your thing from home?
Right. That's a good question, because I mean, I feel like if you're staying in one place, if you want to get heard, out of sight, out of mind. If you want to get heard, let's say I want to get heard in a marketplace, I would go to that market and I will shout and they will hear me. But not everybody in that market will hear me. I need to go to different regions to get heard. Now, looking now for strategic purposes, now what I had done was I went to check my analytics that from my streams, and I noticed that London was number 2 on my streams.
Wow.
So the top 5 countries are the countries I've been focusing on, channeling my energy for marketing, which I want other artists to also pay note to the analytics. So London had been represented on my streams from Spotify to Apple Music to every other DSP that I know, that I've been following. And I now realize that I can utilize that to amplify my sound and amplify my fan base. So that was what I did, and that's why I'm here.
All right. There are a lot of great artists in London who also, are into Afrobeats. Have you approached any of them to work, or do you plan to work with any of them in the near future?
Yes, I do. I do plan to work with a lot of them in the near future, and there's works that have been that are in motion. There are people reaching out to certain specific artists that would complement my sound and also even give me that extra push when it comes to marketing in this region. So I would say I have a manager that is here that is working tirelessly to make sure that we achieve this goal. So I think I'm hoping for good news. We spoke this morning, but right now it's not. We've not gotten anything concrete yet. But it's in the motion. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I think we should have good news coming in for that.
Yeah, so with the recent success of Afrobeats, actually it's not recent, but Afrobeats has been making waves and waves and waves, especially in London, bro.
Right.
Burna Boy doing his thing, Wizkid, Davido and all that.
Yeah.
Does this success, motivate you, make you feel proud to be an Afrobeat artist, and just makes you want to push and do more as an artist?
Yeah. It does motivate me. And for instance, now let's take for instance the Grammy win from Burna Boy and Wizkid. It just shows that any other person can actually reach that peak, achieve that too as well. And besides the Grammy, just the exposure to other countries globally. The genre of music is now being accepted globally. That has influenced our, what would you call it, our drive to make sure we keep bringing quality music, because the world is listening now. So this newfound, I would say more or I would say amplified growth in Afrobeat is motivating me to do more quality music, even better than what I just released my EP right now. So I think it's a good fix for all of us doing music more, not even Afrobeat, every African artist right now doing music. Yeah.
speaking of African artists, I'm in Kenya right now, Nairobi. Any Kenyan artists you've heard of out there? Any Kenyan artists you want to work with in the near future or something like that?
Sauti Soul.
Wow.
If I can record with them, they're like big brothers to me, but they don't even know. I've already adopted Sauti Soul as my big brothers. And I pray one day, yeah, man, I feel like when I meet them, even when they meet me, they'll be like, they would feel that energy. We as Africans, what we have the most is energy. And we are in tune with that energy. Sauti Soul is a group of artists that I really want to work with. That's because their songwriting skills is amazing, vocal prowess is amazing, styling, videos, everything just checks out for me. So Sauti Soul is at the top of my list.
Nice, man. Actually, Sauti Soul are coming to the UK sometime. I'm not sure about the dates. It said that's the month or next month. You can ask Joy. Yeah, they're coming.
I know what to do.
Yeah. So you can work on something, man. So anyway, Fire in the Garden is one fire project, bro. Like, I won't deny that.
Thank you.
You really put in, like, one can feel that you really put in the work in that project. Actually, when Joy sent me the project, I listened to it and I told him this guy is great. I think guys are sleeping. I think guys are sleeping on him.
Thank you.
Have you ever felt that guys are sleeping on you or something?
Every day. I had the publicist, Candy Timmy. Candy Timmy is one good publicist in Nigeria, and he kept posting. He put me on his playlist, and he kept posting and saying, I see OmoAllen is one of the most underrated artists. I feel like I'm underrated from my region. That's even one of the more reasons why I'm out of Lagos and I'm in London, so that I can break that jinx of being the underrated and rising as an underdog to reach my apex. So I feel like, I would say, yes, many people are sleeping on me, but it's fine. When people sleep, they wake up eventually. So all I just need to do is just keep pushing. That's it.
You've never felt, demotivated or something?
I have. It happens so many times. I wouldn't tell you how much I have done, how much I've gone and shouted on my own. I'm like, how much I've even cried as a human being. Now, why are they not listening to me? It is painful. And this is me being an artist and a human being. I feel like most times when I'm not being heard, because I hear this thing all the time, they say, how come I've not heard you on the radio? How come I'm just hearing this? How come I'm just hearing Star in the Garden? What's going on? It hurts me deep down, because I don't just release music like that. I take the song out to be vetted. I don't even select my songs myself, so that I don't become biased to myself. I make sure I bring in A&Rs that would come and, check and even do the track listing for me. Fire in the Garden, I did not do that track list myself. There were 4 different people that came in and did that. So they did that arrangement. And even me, when I heard that, I loved it. So most times that affects me, I wouldn't lie, as a person, but I know it will get better with more strategies, more grace, more energy. My time will come.
All the best, bro. Your time is
Thank you.
Gonna come, man. Anyway,
amen to that.
Yeah, man. So we hope one day, you're gonna come to Kenya, an East Africa tour, maybe. Yeah, and we can link up when you do.
Very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Very soon. I have done that before.
Okay.
I've been to Nairobi before. Very amazing. So I'm looking forward to doing another. Maybe before the end of the year, I should be there.
Okay. Any other new project before the year ends? A single, maybe?
Yeah, we're working. Couple of singles, another EP.
Wow.
Another EP. I will tell you why it's another EP. That's because I'm building my catalog properly. I'm building my catalog. Artists need to understand that every song you drop goes into your catalog, it goes into your name. So Fire in the Garden was a full album. Like I said, I just gave them an EP. So there's a continuation from Fire in the Garden, and hopefully it will be more fire on this one.
I hope this time there will be rain in the garden.
There will be. There will be. You'll be shocked by the next name of this one. You're just like, this guy. But yes.
Okay, my bro, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
And I appreciate you so much. And, just keep doing your thing, brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate your time and bringing me on your platform.
Okay, bless up.